Thank you. I'm Fitty.
I'm Ro.
And welcome to episode 3 of Create This Book 2. And for today's page, what did we do? Which page did we do? Animal merge. We did the animal merge page. We did the animal merge page. So, I'm going to try to keep these intros short, brief,
we never do
to
that.
the point. So let's find it.
Rainbow Rain. I found mine. It's at the beginning.
Now.
Page 14 and 15.
So it's page 14 and 15. So, on the count of 3. Bing!
Please just stop the video. I'll check out.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so, as per usual, I think this is going to be our thing. We're going to show our page. We're not going to discuss it. I'm just going to show our page on the count of 3. Okay? On the count of 3. 1,
2,
3. Animal merge.
It's either
So Rue made a
hamster alicorn.
hamster alicorn.
Which is really 3.
She merged 3 animals. Wait a second. It says choose 2. She's a rule breaker.
Because a unicorn and an alicorn are one animal, but there can also be different. A unicorn and a pegasus. So a unicorn and a pegasus is an alicorn. So an alicorn is one thing. So this is an alicorn merged with a hamster. And then the rainbow is raining rainbow rain. And then there's the clouds. And then you see the hamsters with their horn is making all the regular colored ones rainbow. And then it makes the rainbow. That's what
I think hers came out adorable.
It's called a hemi-alicorn. Alicorn Amber. Alicorn Amber.
Maybe she'll think about that name.
Alicorn Amy.
No, I'm not crazy about mine, actually.
But I love it.
I made a, what I call merbird. I don't know what kind of bird it is,
You know it is.
but I think as far as mermaids go, there's only kind of one. There's only kind of one kind. There's only one kind of mermaid that I know of.
It's called the mermaid.
And it's a maid attached to a mer.
Yeah, why do they call it a mermaid?
So yeah, this is my merbird. I don't know.
I love it.
It looks kind of fantastical. Fantastical. Yeah. I think I was going for cute, and this is not what I pictured in my head
But it's
when it
cute.
came out. But
It's cute.
so
I pictured the eye edge way better.
I'm glad Rue like it. I like hers, and she likes mine.
I picture the eye edge way better. But
Yeah,
it
it
turned
always
out
looks
really
better in
bad.
your brain, right?
Because you can never
So-
live up to your expectations.
We are going to leave you to the voiceover, and then we'll be back. And then we'll be back later.
With hamsters.
Yes. So, check it out. Rue first. Then me.
Hey, so right now I'm just drawing the body. So, and then I draw the head, and the head was messed up, and you'll get to see that. That's why I flipped the paper, and then I started with the head. So yeah, and so yeah, I'm just doing the top of the head, making sure it's good, and then I'm doing the ears, the little cheekies, and then and then doing the mouth, doing the horn, which is pretty simple actually. And I'm doing the cheekies. Gotta have those cheekies. And excuse me for a sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm doing the eyes, the body. The body was pretty simple, but Sorry, and I'm doing like the little fur changing color thingies. Gotta sip my coffee. Good coffee. And yeah, so I'm doing the wings. I'm doing the wings and did the mane and the tail. I just have to color everything in basically now. So I'll just sip my coffee again, and that's my tester paper. That's why I brought that one back. That's why I'm coloring all over it. So yeah, yeah, I'm just testing colors to see which one's good for the horn. And I figured out to do colored pencils to get the lightness, because the markers would bleed through, and they would also, like, you know. I'm so loud. Wait. Okay, this is better. So I went for a hairstyle. Like, I watch a YouTuber named Wenji, and she has the same hair. Like, it goes to pink to blue like that. So I'm like, I could take a Wendy hairstyle. And this one was probably like my favorite cute-wise that I did so far. But I think I was like, I don't know what I was doing that following thing, but I'm using, I think, the black pen to fine line it, like, and that's the gel pen. So I used the black pen to do the eyes, and then I used the gel pen to do the dots to make the eyes stand out. And yeah, now, so I had an idea that if I color the whole thing in with a pencil and then erase it, it will make a light enough gray for me, because I needed a lighter gray and I didn't find one. So I'm like, I can just color it in a pencil and then, just erase it and then it'll make it lighter gray. And yeah. So yeah. This one's just gonna be funny. So I'm just I'm just pretty much everything that's supposed to be white. I'm just putting it with the white gel pen. So yeah. So that's pretty much everything. That's not any other color. So yeah, that's everything that's white, but not the page itself, because that would be ridiculous. So yeah, I'm too close to the mic. Okay. So I'm just doing things and stuff. Makes sense, right? Things and stuff, you know what. So yeah, so I was like looking for it, and then I found it. So I'm just figuring out how I should do this, and I realized I should cut it out so it'd be easy to put it in the book itself. I have hiccups and stuff. But I'm just cutting out like to the line, to the edge, to the brim, to whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so is that loud? I don't know. But anyways, so I'm just cutting out, and it was really hard to do that. I hope they make scissors where it's like round, like it's round, so you can cut around it edges, like on anything. though. I wish that. But, so I'm just putting the glue on the glue thing. So yeah. So then I thought I should just do a little doodles. It's crazy outside. I just thought I should do like doodles and stuff around it. Just like stars and rainbows and hearts and stuff. And yeah. So yeah. And I just thought, like, how am I gonna color these in without markers? Oh no, I don't have anything but markers. Colored pencils in the bowl next to me. Colored pencil in the cup next to me, the giant mug, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I just thought I could do stuff like that, and yeah, so pretty cool. And what is there else to say? What else is there to say? What is there else to say? What is there else to say? What is there? I'm pretty much just drawing doodles and coloring them in now. That's basically it. But I made the rainbow, rainbow. Yeah, that makes sense. The rainbow, rainbow. See? So you're gonna see in a sec how the rainbow rained a rainbow. So I just like that type of style of drawing, like that little, because I like crayons, but I didn't think it was like good for the, like I just didn't think I don't have crayons. I mean I do, but I just don't think I wanted to use them. So I think colored pencils are pretty cool for stuff like this, because I want to be like a kid, like a little kid drawing a rainbow kind of style. And it seemed like it worked. I didn't want it to be at first, but then I looked at it and I'm like, I like this, and I'm gonna keep it like this. So yeah, at first I started drawing that little cloud rain. So I worked so hard on that, and I realized I don't like it. So I'm like, it looks weird, just like seeing one cloud. That's not even part of the rainbow. Like, why? And then I just read you the cloud, and then I made the rainbow rain. And the rainbow rain is gonna be rainbow. It's pretty cool. And what I do with my pencils to draw, I put them in the order I want them. So like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and I put them in that order, and then I just put one in the back, so whenever I need it, I can just grab it again. So I situate them first, and then, like I'm doing right now. I was like a little left, and I'm like, I don't want to put red because it would look weird just to go purple to red, so I put a pink in case that's gonna put a red. And then it could be like a transition, but like a smooth one. Get it? Okay, I don't care if you don't care to do. But, it looks like I glued the rainbow in, not the actual animal blend. But, 1 second. And I'm better. So yeah, I finished. And, you know, it's all good. I didn't know which way to put my thumbs because it didn't work.
Hey there, it's Fitty, and I'm going to talk you through what I did here in my Create This book. And I learned from Rue to do my artwork on a separate page and then glue it in, which I was going to do, but then I decided to just make my background with colored pencils, figuring that won't hurt the pages too much. And then here I go with my water pen because I did use watercolor pencils, and then I hated how liney they were, and I was too lazy to sit there and make like a really thick opaque coloring with the colored pencils. So I decided to take out my water brush and activate the watercolor pencils with water so that they will look smoother and more blended. However, I'm just really making the page really wet. So I'm blotting it with a paper towel, but I'm not too concerned because, you know, this is a book and it's gonna be closed most of the time, so I figure eventually the page will kind of flatten out, but it will be wet for now. And even after doing all this blending, I'm still not crazy about how this looks. So as you already know, I made half bird, half mermaid. I guess you could say half fish. Like, who knows if it's really a mermaid or not. So I have a sky and some water, figuring I'm gonna put my creature half in the water and half in the sky. So I don't know why my water's gray, but hey, this is a made-up creature. It might as well be in a made-up world. And I guess, you know, the water could look gray sometimes. So I kind of mapped out how big the page is in the book, and then I still proceed to draw my creature way too big. So, but it's fine, it's fine. I told Rue going into this thing, I was like, all right, we can't be like perfectionists. We can't, you know, have a do-over every week. We can't, you know, we can't take it too seriously. I think, you know, our goal is to just have fun with this project because we love drawing. And yeah, we draw, and sometimes we like what we draw, and sometimes we don't. But I think, especially for this Create This Book project, we're just gonna do it the best we can. So yeah, now I'm deciding how to kind of blend the bird body into the fish body. I drew a few little scales there and a few little feathers. I figured the feathers would kind of fade into scales, but then I got lazy and I didn't draw any more scales. So, and also I was kind of thinking not to draw out too much because I was going to cover it with the watercolor pencils anyway. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking the watercolor pencils and I started coloring with the pencils and then wetting it, and now I'm just actually taking the color right from the tip of the pencils, and that seems to give you a little bit more pigment and less of that like kind of liney look. Liney, yes, liney. You know what I mean. But yeah, if you wet the tip of those watercolor pencils, you get a really strong color. Oh, okay, now I'm adding some scales with color. So I actually have two different brands of watercolor pencils, and they're all mixed in together with my regular colored pencils, which I have on this giant mug on our little craft table. So I wasn't sure which ones were the watercolor ones at first, but yeah, I have a set from Close to My Heart, and then I also have a set. Oh, you know what? The other set's from Close to My Heart too, I think. It's just a different brand. So I don't know if they discontinued the one brand and they replaced it with the new one or what's going on. I'll probably have to investigate because but yeah, but both of them seem to work really well. And then I kind of just added some black and then some splatters, because you have to add some splatters, right? Because you just have to. And that's my reason that I'm going with. And then, because I didn't like my background, I added some washi tape, which I'm later going to either paint over or remove, so we don't have to worry about that. And I decided to start cutting out my bird, even though she wasn't dry completely. So I'm being very careful. It doesn't seem like I'm being very careful because I'm going super fast, but in real life I was cutting very slowly. In magic video life, Okay, so now you see how big my bird is compared to this page, but it's okay. And now the background's bothering me, so this is when I start to kind of fiddle with the background again. So now I pulled out a Crayola, one of those Crayola brush tip markers, and again it's the same problem with the lines, and I can't seem to fix that. And I was gonna let it go, but it still bothered me, so out come the acrylic inks. And now I've finally found a solution to this problem. And I thought they might be too heavy for this paper, but actually they're fine. And I don't even think they're bleeding through much. So if you never tried acrylic inks, just know that they are my new favorite medium to paint with. They're really like dense colors, really good for coverage, and really easy to blend. So, I mean, I added a little water to my blue and white combination just to thin it out just a little bit, and then I needed some straight up white by itself because I made the blue mixture a little too blue. So yeah, so now I just added some white splatters to the whole background because again, it's a water scene, so you need splatters. Actually, I don't even think I said that before, but and now nothing is happening. But I think I made the water look kind of choppy, so maybe there's like a storm going on. I don't know, maybe. But now I'm seeing how my creature fits on this page. I was gonna maybe chop off a fin or something, but then I decided to just make her a little slanted so that I don't have to take any parts off. But you know, maybe in hindsight I could have had her flying toward us, so only parts of her would be showing in the scene. I don't know. So the glue I'm using is just a close to my heart scrapbooking glue, sticky thing. One of those glues that's blue and then it turns transparent. But it's good for things that are thin because you can make sure text message. You can make sure everything sticks. And then I ripped it a little bit because it wasn't laying flat because it's going across the binding. So yeah, so that's my merbird. I don't know. She kind of looks like a chicken, maybe. What do you think? Maybe it's a chicken maid or a mer chicken with fancy hair. I almost wanted her hair to look like there were flowers coming off her head. I guess it does. A little bit. Yeah. So this is our second page inside our Create This book that we've done. And I'm just going to write, I think, merbird. Oh no, little highlights first. I don't know, me and Rue and I can't seem to get away from that white gel pen for too long. It's just like the perfect finishing touch to pretty much anything. Just don't cook with it. Don't make a batch of brownies and then take your white gel pen and make polka dots on top. I wouldn't advise that. But as far as arts and crafts go, go crazy. So a little around the eyes. Yeah, it's definitely looking like a chicken. I don't know. I don't even know. Like we kind of go to the internet and look for ideas because I'm one of those people, I need a reference. I mean, sometimes I can draw things that are made up, but most of the time I like to look at a reference so I know kind of how to draw something. So we were perusing the internet a little bit before most of our artwork. Bird. I kind of thought I might spell bird B-E-R-D instead of B-I just because, but I did not do that. So yeah, that's the end of my art, and on to the outro, where we will, I think, again be playing with hamsters and maybe some other things. So this sweatshirt is a Christmas present from my sister, and
Was it a birthday present? There's a birthday present.
no, it's Christmas.
No birthday.
And it's a cat
New Year's.
sweatshirt. I have paws. I have ears.
You had that puff ball on your head.
Oh yeah, that's why I put puffballs on my head, because one of my puffballs fell out. But
And I stole it.
anyway, its purpose is to actually carry a cat in this big fuzzy pocket.
That's why it has cat ears and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like as big as it is.
But the reason she got it for me is so I could
And my hamsters.
oh, my hammies in it. Do. Oh.
Oh, you got the
You
full
got
cheeks.
cheeks full. I think my pocket's gonna be full of hammy food because Rice got some cheeks full here. Right, Rice?
The cutest little hammy in the
It's
world.
the cutest hammy.
In the world.
So sad story. On our first, I didn't, because it was like too quiet. In our first video, we did a voiceover with like rice and beans on our heads, and actually, since then, Beans has passed away. So we had a very sad last Friday morning. So we still have Rice, and we still have Mr. Fuzzy Pants. Hey, where is Mr. Fuzzy Pants?
I don't know.
You know, Rue really likes this sweatshirt that I have. She kind of tries to steal it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, why couldn't I wear it for the video?
Well, because it's my Christmas present.
Yeah, but I wore it before you did ever.
Because I'm a nice mommy.
You know what? Well, I don't care. I'm going to have it anyways.
What?
See? Told you.
That's not fair.
If I'm magic, then I don't care. And, there's a different hand-me in here.
What?
It's Mr. Fuzzy.
Where did Rice go?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at this thing. What is this thing? Likes to snuggle buggle.
This little guy.
Teddy bear hamster. Very cuddly teddy bear.
So this guy is our rescue hamster.
Adoptive rescue hamster.
Our friends from church brought him to us because
He was
someone left
abandoned
him.
in a park in a box with a hole in it.
Yep, someone left him in a cardboard box at the park. So we took him in, and he's such a sweetheart. He is a big teddy bear.
But he does have big teeth. When we first got him, he yawned, and we saw his whole
Yeah.
mouth. He's like,
At first he looked scared because we're just used to those tiny little guys. But he's a sweetie, and he's so soft.
he's so soft. I feel like he got softer.
Yeah.
He always gets softer every day.
He's a sweetie pie.
He has white hair. He's getting old.
That's Mr. She named him Mr. Fuzzy Pants, but I call him Fatty.
We all
Just
call
because
him
he's
Fatty.
3 times the size of the other ones.
And when we had beans and we got him, because we had beans when we got him, so Dad's like, there's rice, beans, and then it could be pork chop. But I'm like, no.
Yeah, we could have had a complete meal.
But,
Here, you hold him, Joe.
yeah. Because he had these 2 little fuzzy things coming out of his butt. So I'm like, Mr. Fuzzy Pants. Mwah, mwah, mwah. The cutest little soft head baby. Could be really old. Hey, wait! Wait,
Is this a magical horn?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're dolls!
How did I do that?
Look at all these
Unicorn
animals.
horn is really crazy magic.
Yeah, there's like a bear, sloths, and all these big animals.
We're getting buried.
Hamsters!